Blessed be my witches, my spiritualists, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are finally getting around to making my self-discipline baths. Now, I got a lot of comments, and it's so funny because you can see how they're getting progressively more and more angry. Starting off with, "Would you please be so kind as to," and now they're like, "Where is it?" Now, the reason why it's been taking me so long to get around to doing this is because I've been having a difficult time sourcing out cherry blossoms. Now, cherry blossoms used to be very easy for me. I'd actually be able to go and pick them, but now I actually can't get cherry blossoms. And all the cherry blossoms that I've been ordering, my wholesaler and whatnot, they didn't have any, and then I was trying to get a source it from other places, and they're all of those cherry blossoms that are used for like decorating things, and yeah, they're not the ones that I'm looking for. So there's another one that I use that is really quite simple and as effective as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This is what I have left of my mixture. So I'm going to be making some more today with you guys and telling you what we're going to be using and why. So before we get started, I'm going to take the remnants of this and place it into my bowl. Now, the reason why I do this is because I've already had great success with losing weight. So I want to continue that. So I'm taking that vibration of success and putting it into here, into this mixture to bring forth and keep that vibration going. The first thing we're going to be using is bay leaves. Now, bay leaves are wonderful for triumph. It is great for energy. It is great for keeping on. It's just a very powerful way of being able to achieve your goals and mastering your goals. So what we're going to be doing here is we are going to be taking a whole bunch of these bay leaves, and we're just going to start crushing them into the mixture. So now that we have this done, we are going to be blessing this bay with triumph, victory, and achieving our desired goal. Now I have to tell you, because I had added the initial bottle into this, and I do this every time, I always add it in when I'm making some more, you can feel the accumulated power under this in these botanicals, just putting your hand over it. So it's really quite nice. You know you're amalgamating and just adding blessings to it, This is another way for you just to keep building up on the energy, building up on the power of this self-control, self-discipline bath. The next thing we're going to be using is thyme. So we're just going to take our thyme and we're going to pour that directly into this. We use thyme for that comfortability in this weight loss because it's so difficult to have that self-control, and you need to have that sated, comfortable feeling. And I find the addition of thyme is really good with allowing for when you do eat to feel satiated and not feel like as if you want more. So it doesn't make the cravings too overbearing, too overpowering. It just allows for you to be able to be comfortable in that state of weight loss and maintaining weight loss. So that's the reason why we're going to be adding in this thyme, for this comfortability. So I am going to bless this now. So the next one we're going to be using is hyssop. Now, we're just going to grab some of this hyssop here, and we're going to pour that directly in. Now, the reason why we use hyssop is because hyssop is great for deep cleaning and deep cleansing. You'll find that people normally emotionally eat. And I find that hyssop is great for cleansing those emotions, to remove those from your conscious mind, or at least alleviate them. And if you alleviate the trigger, then you're normally going to alleviate the symptom. You're going to alleviate that want to eat. So I really love to add in this hyssop for that. And we are going to be blessing it with those exact things. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be using is chamomile. Just going to grab some of that bad boy here and throw that right in. calming the nervous system, calming the self. And as I was saying earlier, when it comes to emotional eating or whatnot, what you need to understand is that when you calm the nervous system, you're going to be able to overcome that craving, that hunger. Right? Even if you are at a point where you're addicted to eating, you're addicted to those types of things, calming the nervous system is going to help you overcome. It brings in that peace and that tranquility. And that is the reason why we are bringing in the chamomile, and we are going to be blessing it with those attributes. The next thing we're going to be using is yarrow herb. So let's just put some of that in here. Now, yarrow herb is great with connecting the self. Okay? When I think of yarrow herb, I almost think of yoga, to connect. This assists you with being able to connect to your deepest self, to understand why it is that you're compulsively eating, to understand why you're craving and hungering and whatnot. It allows you to have a little bit more of a self-introspection, to get to the fundamental root of the problem. I find that overeating most times is actually a reaction to a deeper internal problem. So with the yarrow herb, it's going to help you connect, to help you work through, and to also help you understand yourself a little bit better. Knowledge is power, my spiritualists, and the more knowledge you have in yourself, in what you're doing, why you are the way you are, the more power you have to be able to control yourself externally. And that is what we're going to be using the yarrow herb for. We're going to be blessing it for exactly that. All right, and last but not least, we are going to be putting in some lavender. I'm going to drop that right in there. Lavender is great for luck hunting. We want luck in this. We want mastery and luck, but it's also good for calming the self, helping manifest a desired outcome. And it's also great for bringing in will and personal strength. And that's what we're going to be blessing this lavender with. If you did have some cherry blossoms, you could add those in now. It is not necessary. This works really, really well, but if you wanted to, you can do that, and you can bless the cherry blossoms with physical stature, physical beauty, with being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to be able to have that appearance, that external appearance that you want, to bring in the highest self into this reality and to bring in a healthy glow. All right, so now that we have done this and empowered this, what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this all up here. And it smells absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're going to take some of this and we're just going to start putting it into our bottles here. All right, so I was able to get 1 3/4 of a jar. Now, I have seen in my many years of doing this, people taking cups and cups and cups and cups of botanicals and putting them in their bath. Honey, my grandmother never did that. I don't do that either. For me, what I will do is I will take 2 tablespoons of this and I will put it in boiling water. And I will boil it down, and then I will strain it and put the strained water in my bathtub, and that's more than enough. You want to get the vibration. If you've empowered it well and you're mindful in what you're doing, then you won't have to really worry about using an absorbent amount, okay? So this will last me quite a while, okay? Now, I don't just do the self-discipline baths, I also do self-discipline showers, and I also have a self-discipline scrub that I use as well. And I will be showing you guys how to do that if you are interested in those as well. All right, so 2 tablespoons of this in boiling water, about 3 cups of boiling water. Boil it down a little bit till it's really steeped well. Then you just strain it, put it in your bath, say a prayer, even chant the weight that you want to be at. Your desired goal is also a very good way of doing it. Then you get out of the bath. Don't forget to submerge yourself. You want to submerge yourself 3 to 5 times. Get out of the bath, let yourself air dry, and you are good to go, my witches. So before we go, I wanted to let everybody know that I do have some space left in my Declaration of Witchcraft course. This course is wonderful in giving you the fundamentals of understanding yourself to develop and create a platform for your own personal magic. You cannot build strong magic on shaky foundations, my witches. So this one is one that I always recommend to people because you do need to know who you are to cast effective workings. And that is our episode for today. If you have not pressed subscribe, you know you need to press subscribe. Join the Witch Please family and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. Don't forget to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes out, because you know you don't want to miss a thing. I've said it before, my witches, and I'll say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic, and you are always in my heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. Love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.